Daniel 8:14. Vayomer Eli ad erev boker alpayim u shelosh meot v'nitzdak kodesh. In today's verse, we begin with the Vayiktol form of Amar. Here we have the call imperfect, third masculine singular, plus the Vav consecutive, Amar. So we kind of give you both of those lingos there, verb that we've seen very often. But here is a word that is quite interesting, Elai. So the question is, to me. He said, to me. Now, Trimper Longman actually points out that this is fascinating, that instead of the two celestial beings speaking to one another, something like to him, he said to him, the other celestial being, he said to me, Daniel. Now, to me is not attested in the Old Greek or the Theodotion, and so it depends on how you want to see this, but I think there's no problem to say, and he said to me, the attention turns to Daniel, that's fine. At the end of the day, Daniel is the one who is relaying this information, so he either heard the two celestial beings speaking to one another, or it was said to him. And so now here is what gets said to him: until evening, morning. Now this is a little bit tricky. Do we take this to be evening and morning, similar to Genesis 1, referring to a day? Or is this something like the evening sacrifice and the morning sacrifice, which would equal something more like 1,150 days, if this is the evening and morning sacrifice? Now, I've already given you a number, and we haven't even looked at these numbers yet, so let's do that real quick. Here we have alpayim. Notice the dual of 1,000, which gives us 2,000. Then we get and, which would be something like the plus sign, 300s. So we take these two together to be 300, so we get a total here of 2,300. So if it's 2,300 evenings and mornings related to a sacrifice, that's where we would get something like the 1,150 days. And so I think that's a good way to understand this. Mitchell Chase, in his commentary, the ESV commentary, he gives a good succinct summary of this and kind of why 1,150 days is probably a little bit better. And so we understand this evening and morning as the sacrifice. And then we get the Vav on the Nifal. This is the Nifal of Tzadak. Nifal, perfect, third masculine singular. Vayiktol form here would give us something like the holy place. It will be made righteous. It will be made right. It will be justified. Something like that. In other words, after 1,150 days, the holy place will be made right.